Good morning again. This time today we have got, I thought I would go through with you some what to do with your fussy cuts. What do you do with your fussy cuts? How many do you have? I have so many. I've got beautiful little images. I've got pieces of brown paper and tea-dyed paper. I've got labels galore. I've got offcuts of, just things I've ripped out and put in journals. I've got numbers. Just look at this. And I've fussy cut them all out because whenever I, get anxious or nervous or whatever, I find it calms me. So you can tell how nervous I've been. So yes, labels, little figures, numbers. I love Tracy Fox's labels, botanical labels. You name it, I have got it. And I'm guessing that a lot of us are the same. So what I thought I'd do today is try and figure out ways to use them as side embellishments. Now I've got these wonderful printout of fussy cut leaves from Susan Taylor Brown. Her Etsy shop is Poppiness, and I just love these leaves. A lot of them look, I don't know where she lives, but a lot of them look like Australian leaves, gum leaves and everything. And there's a lot in the kit. You get about 8 pages or something, and they're all different sizes, from tiny through to large. So I've spent hours fussy cutting for your enjoyment. It looks like it's autumn here. I fussy cut all these gorgeous flowers out. So I thought, well, they're not flowers, they're leaves. So I thought, let's just have some fun and see what we can do with all of these fussy cuts. And I'm working on my journal, and the inner, it's only one signature, and I do like a lot of space for writing. So when this one is a fussy cut that's gone over the page. And doesn't that look cool? And the thing I like about it is that I can write and go over the leaf as well if I need that extra space. So it's not taking up precious real estate. So I've just got some plain stamping, a mixture of pages, and it's very nice and plain. So I thought, well, I do have my paper ruffles, which I really like, but I wouldn't put them on every page. So I thought, let's see what we can come up with as a page embellishment. I love snippets. I love clusters. So because of that little one that I just wrapped around, I thought, what if I got, here's just a torn piece off a piece of paper that I've inked around and folded in half. Now that'll slip onto the side of the page, and I can glue it there. Or I could put a bobby pin. Hello, I could put a clip on it and make it a hidden paper clip if I so liked. But for today, I really wanted to build this up and use it as a side page. It could even come out to be like a tag, or a tab rather. You have to excuse me today. So what about we get some paper and a leaf, maybe some text. Always like a bit of text. And there's a piece of Tim Holtz paper that I've cut, and it looks like a ticket, so that'd be cool. And it's stiffer, so that would give it some stability. Maybe that could come out a bit. I've got to be careful in this one because this has a closure coming over. So I don't think I'll go out. I think I'll just do it level with the page. Too much? Maybe without that. Maybe with that. It's already got writing on it actually, hasn't it? A little bit of writing on it. Maybe, would it be wrong with 2 leaves? No, it's too big. Well, and here's another I've got earlier. Let's do this one. That is a nice page embellishment. Don't you think? Using our fussy cuts. But wait, here's a little label. Might that look good somewhere in there? I just play around and see what looks nice. Actually, that could come out that way. That would make it rather large, but that'd be cool. Oh, I like that. It's just what pleases your eye, I think. Oh, how about this number 512? What about that? Yeah, I'm liking that. That is cool. And you're probably thinking, yes, it takes up a lot of writing space. But as I said earlier, you can go over the leaves. I kind of like that. Okay. How's that look better? That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Right, so all I have to do is do some inking on that and we can get that down. Could have had a little bit of, with this journal, I don't want it fussy. I'd like it's kind of like a old scientific botany book rather than anything else is kind of the vibe. Just enough to hide any white pieces of, I don't want the white. No, 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 no. Definitely needs inking around. I think this might have come from Medieval Mirage, one of those free printouts. I've just snipped a little bit off one, I think. I was going through all my fussy cutting this morning and I thought, oh my lord, I need to reduce this. Right, so I think we need to get this down here first. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, why am I whispering? I don't know. Okay, that's nice. Now, pick the big one first. Sometimes I think you're more creative, like I've seen some other artists do it as well. They go through, before they do anything, they go through their supplies and they choose all the things that interest them on that day, whatever it might be, without thinking too much about it. And then you've got a lot of things in front of you. Sometimes I just use what I've got in front of me. And then later on I think, oh, I could have got X, Y, or Z. So yeah, a little bit of pre-planning always goes a long way, doesn't it? This is more for me than for you. I'm not preaching to you. I'm thinking to myself, could plan a little bit better, Di. You can. But then as somebody said, just do it. Just get the video out there. Just do it. I'm not too slick at this yet, I'm sorry. I still don't know how to edit. I'm trying to watch as much as I can, but you just want to create. And that looks lovely. So I'm guessing we should probably do this side as well. Should we do it exactly the same? Sometimes it's hard to know what to do with these little tickets and things from Tim Holtz. Oh, belly bands are obviously a good idea. Some of the small ephemera that you get in the with the Tim Holtz, it's great, but sometimes I struggle. I think, oh, what am I going to use that for? Just pop it into tiny little pockets. But obviously there's so many ways. Might just cover up that mother-in-law's tongue. I might get that down. And then there's fabric as well. And actually I was watching Kathleen Sundby. She is amazing. And she was doing a Edith Holden Traveler's Notebook. And she does the best page things. All her pages are uneven and it's just incredible to watch. But I got inspired from her, and she uses a lot of fabric as well. That's nice. I like things going off the edge. Yes, so I have heaps of fussy cut roses, and I have heaps and heaps of fussy cut leaves. And what I love about the leaves, I only discovered them recently. What I really love about them is if you're doing vintage or whatever, they are amazing because leaves have been around forever. And so when you've got that vintage vibe, you know, some of the vintage images you find, you go, oh, I'm not sure about that. Botanical's always great. So, and of course insects and things like that, which is really cool. Butterflies. Okay, let's see. Now, what I could do, you know, is I could put a little bit of lace edging. No, I don't really want to. I'm kind of liking that. But I'm thinking maybe that's a bit too much for all that beautiful writing space. Maybe I should do it on the coffee dyed. That looks nice. I like that. Right, let's glue it down. think we should try fabric next. That looks really, really lovely. What do you think? I like that. Right, now, that was just a little idea I had of getting some corrugated card and making it like a little tuck spot. You're probably thinking, well, it's in the middle of no man's land, but you can write around it, and if you put your very secret piece of your story here, well, you could put something bigger in there, and that would hide it. I don't know what secrets you have, but it might be something you don't want other people to see. I like the leaf on that. I keep getting a feeling it needs more. Right, well, I really like that. That's staying true to the book. Let's see. Maybe another one on the, I like them on the coffee, on the tea-dyed paper. Right, maybe this time some fabric. That's wonderful texture. I think that needs to be on some paper. Here we go, here's some paper. It's already inked up. Always like them in the middle, I guess, because it's not going to pull on, and if you're going to touch it, if anyone's going to turn the page by touching it, it's not going to pull the page. Okay, so I like that. Oh, what about, no, I've got a canary, 2 canaries. No, just a little bit too bright, a bit off topic, I think, even though they're Victorian. What about some paper? Well, we don't really need the paper when you've got the beautiful shape of the leaf. Perhaps we can put it under. What does that look like? I don't like that. No, don't like that. Don't know what to do now with the fabric. That's where we should stamp the fabric. I wonder where my little pieces of stamped fabric are. Not within reach. But let's forget the fabric for the minute. The other thing I thought was, I can take this and take it to the sewing machine and stitch whatever I've got on here down, which would be a really lovely idea, and then fold it, then come back and glue it so that you've got beautiful stitching everywhere. So I like that idea. Not too big. That's not bad. No. Where's some? The turquoise. need some littler leaves. No. I'm not liking that there. Just not liking the fabric on that. It's going to be very similar to the other, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I'm sorry if you can hear that garbage truck. I'll try and talk over the top of it to distract you. How's that? It's garbage day. Sometimes it's just a matter of how does that look? That's not too bad. But why don't we just substitute a leaf instead? Maybe over. What about, there must be something here more botanical. Ah, here's something. What does this say? Aquatic herbs. Well, I'm sure that's not aquatic herbs. Something on the side. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh, I like that shaped leaf. Is this called loading it up? Stacking it all up oh, I love these little butterflies. What do you think? That's so pretty. Yet not overly done, I don't think. Yes, I like it. All right. We'll see what we can do. Well, I guess this is a short video, isn't it? That's better. Bit of Tim Holtz paper in behind. And then, oh yeah, I was going to think of sewing fabric, sewing pattern paper too. Oh, that's different. Ooh, a lake. What do you think about that? Torn or torn is always best, isn't it? Excuse my arm. I'm going to just, oh, that was a great rib. No. Okay. Try again later. How about I just do it by hand? There we go. How about that? But just, I don't know, just add something, texture, and it's certainly layered up now. Not too much. Gives it a lovely feel, I must say. I like it. Don't know, should we have some on the other side? We'll have a little bit ready this time. yes, so whatever you can think of for the side of your page is a great idea. I mean, I thought of too making it a tuck so that it's not kind of wasted pretty space, is it? Then we can have it so that we can slip something in behind it. Maybe by having this come out, that's really strong and stiff, that one. Maybe by having that one come out. That can then be the tuck. Let's see. That would make a beautiful tuck, wouldn't it? Okay, well I think we can accomplish that by sticking all this down to this side, and then when we hang it over the page, we'll only glue it at the top. I think that, and I'll try and get as much on that paper as we can, I think. But first we'll just quickly try and ink around this. And of course this could be something too that you could do as a hanging down from the top or a coming up from the bottom. We could do this coming over the page. And you could have, tell you what, you could have leaves coming down everywhere as though they were on the top of the tree. You could make it like a tree branch. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty? Just have it all decorated up like that. Of course, make it look a bit more attractive than that. But how lovely is that? I really like that idea too. Yeah, I really like that. And that could even be a tuck. And you could do it from the bottom of the page, like so. And you could have all your fussy cut. Oh, where's all my fussy cut flowers? Let's see. This is going to be a whole day I can see playing with all my fussy cut. Can you see? That's just some of my fussy cut flowers. So we could have ferns coming up. We could have well, there's just a nice big one. We could make that into a pot coming up from the page. Just figure out how to back that or not. Just have it as a page decoration. What else have we got? There's a tree branch. You could slip that in there like that. Just have something as simple as that. Doesn't that look amazing? And the thing is that you can pre-do it so that you can get your fussy cuts out, get them onto scraps of paper, cardstock, whatever you can find. It doesn't have to be really robust, but you can back it with cardstock and that's perfectly fine. And you might think, well, one fussy cut is not going to cut it for a side tuck because it's going to be too thin. And that's true. But if you start layering just your pieces of paper and layering and collaging, before you know it, you've got quite a sturdy surface, and you can back it with tea-dyed paper And by the time it's all layered up, and depending on your thickness, I mean, these are all just printed out on 80 GSM. So you can make things look really different. You can stamp on pieces of paper behind that. I don't like the shape. I don't like the straight edge. I don't know. Hope I'm making sense. But just play. Play. And be creative. That's what we do, isn't it? We are creative. What am I saying? Be creative. Hello. You have to excuse me. And by the time that's all layered up, before you know it, you've got a beautiful, beautiful page embellishment. Top, bottom, side. I really love them on the side. I really do. And there is one, actually in Susan, is it Susan Brown? Yeah, Susan Taylor Brown. In one of hers, she's got them joined. That's not a very good one to hang over the side of the paper, but you could. I'll show you what I mean. That's a great example. Sorry for the shine, but you see how they're joined together here? Well, that could be folded, which is what I've done with the others. And then you've got a beautiful leaf on one side and a smaller one on the other. So there's so many things you can do. Dear, I love that fern. That looks amazing just on its own, doesn't it? In a botanical journal. Just love it. Okay, so please show me what you've done with your fussy cuts, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's got some juices flowing. And go and check out Kathleen Sundby and her flip through of her Edith Holden journals. She is amazing. And I'll see you again real soon with something else to talk about and something else to do. I'm here for inspiration only. I get inspiration from all of you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, tell somebody about me. Only good things, please. And yeah, click and share and subscribe and come and play next time. And thank you all. See you on the table. Bye.